Back for more. All right, so step one, identify reaction type. So that means we need to look at our reactants first to identify it. So I got solid calcium, which would be written like that, is added to aqueous sodium phosphate. So sodium, we know, is +1. Phosphate, that ATE is a giveaway that it is the polyatomic ion, PO4. And the backside of our periodic table tells me that that's a -3 charge, right? So my reactants are going to be like this. I'm going to have calcium metal, right, or solid calcium. It's going to be added to sodium, right? That 3 needs to go there because my charges are not balanced, right? And 1 phosphate, so I'm just going to write that as PO4. And again, phosphate is PO4, so that 4 does not get changed. Polyatomic ion subscripts don't change without changing what it is. It is sodium phosphate. The 4 oxygens and 1 phosphorus are what make it phosphate. That 4 doesn't change. We only worry about that charge right there, and that's taken care of right there. The 1 brings over, but we don't write 1s in our formulas. All right, now this is clearly a single replacement reaction. Okay, so we've identified our reaction type. We are now going to predict our products, right? So calcium's a metal, so it's going to replace the metal. And calcium is a 2+ ion. So when calcium replaces sodium, I need to rewrite the formula for calcium phosphate with the correct formula. Now, calcium's a +2, and phosphate's a -3, which means the 3 from phosphate is crossed over to the calcium. The 2 from calcium needs to be added to the phosphate. But again, I don't change that 4. Right? I'm going to write parentheses around my phosphate polyatomic ion, and then put a 2. Again, that's review for you, or at least it ought to be. All right? And then we're going to be left with just plain old sodium at that point. So, now we've predicted our products, and we've written the correct formula for those products. Now we need to balance this bad boy. So the way this is written right now, on the left side, I've got 1 calcium, 3 sodiums, and the phosphate remains intact on both sides, so we're just going to write PO4, and we got 1 of those on this side. On the right-hand side, I've got 3 calcium, that's way off, right? 1 sodium, also way off, and 2 phosphates. All right? So we could pick one of these to start with. All right? How about we fix our phosphate? We got a 2 there and a 1 there, so let's fix that by adding a subscript of 2 there. All right? Which is going to make that a 2, and my sodium is 6. All right? Which means, so I've got my phosphate squared away. My sodium is way off, so I could try a 6 here. Maybe at a 6. All right. Now, I've got 3 calciums here, only 1 there. Simple enough to fix. Put 3 right there. 3.